Have you fallen in love with the 3D layering flower dies? Today I'm going to show you how to layer the Craft a Flower Tulip layering die set. Sometimes I know it can be difficult to layer these 3D dies, and you might be a little bit confused about which pieces go with what. It's a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle. So a lot of times I use the layering guide, and you can take your dies and put them around the images to make sure that you have the right ones for each flower. On this particular layout, they are all laid out exactly the way you need them. So like these three are the largest, and then these three down here are for this flower, and then these three here are for this flower. So they are set up like these three are those three, and these three are those. So they are really set up on this sheet in order for you to be successful with the dies. So I wanted to make sure that you were aware how you can use the layering guide beyond just looking at these little layering options at the bottom in order to be successful with your layering. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and I will reference it as I'm going along. And today I'm going to use the Cherry Blossoms Gradient Cardstock set and the Green Meadows Gradient Cardstock set. All right, I'm going to start with the large flower, and that is going to be pretty easy. It's just these three dies. And when I'm cutting them with my mini blossom, I do like to make sure that I'm going to get a good cut. So I have my three pieces aligned here. I try to keep my dies towards the center, and I'm going to use a piece of shim so that way I know that I get a really good press with my mini blossom, and I can bring that back through if I want, or if I think that I've cut it well enough I can just pull it right out. So I have my background piece in the darkest color, which is raspberry, and then the medium piece in rubellite, and then my front piece now is in Pinkalicious. All right. Sometimes it helps to have a little pick to help get them out. There we go. All right, so for this one, it is truly just the three pieces. In some of the smaller ones, there is a little extra piece that you'll have to make sure that you grab. So these just layer right on top of each other. And it's pretty easy to get these guys aligned. You can see where they're going to match up with each other. So like this little tip matches up here. That gives us a nice dark background. And then these two petals align. And then this end petal kind of comes up around the outside here in the end. All right, so that's the middle layer. And then the front layer is a little different. This, get this going the right way. I always put it backwards. There we go. So this little piece right here is going to match up against this line, and then this little end piece matches up that inside scallop. So that's how I make sure that I've got that aligned. A little bit of glue. There we go. And this matches up along the edge here as well. So there you go. A beautiful layered tulip, and this is the large one. Let's move on to the medium-sized tulip. All right, so for the medium-sized tulip, I decided to go with Rubellite, Pinkalicious, and Pink Diamond. And again, these guys just go right through my mini blossom. The background, of course, is the solid piece, and then I have the middle piece here, which has a few little cutouts in it. And that goes in place like so. And then this final piece, this has actually two pieces. There is one little piece up here. There we go. and then the main piece here. There. All right. So this second piece, of course, getting that attached to the background is super simple. That one goes right in place. So you're just going to follow your outside edge here at the top and follow your outside edge on this far side. There you go. So those two edges should match. And I've got my first layer in place. Then, and I do need to reference my guide as I do this just to make sure I've got it right. This piece goes like so, and it fits right up in here. So it's going to match up at the very top there. If you prefer, of course, you can use tweezers to help manage these little pieces. I do okay with my fingers. Sometimes I use tweezers. But this top piece is going to match up right there, like so. And then the bottom piece, this is actually the top, and it's going to match up at the center here. All right. So again, just get a little bit of adhesive on there. And match it up. There you go. So that is the medium bloom. All right, so for the small bloom, I decided to mix it up a little bit. So I have raspberry rubellite for the middle piece, and then I skipped down to pink diamond for the smallest piece. Now this also has two pieces. It has this larger piece, and it has this little itty bitty teeny tiny piece right here. And you might need a pokey tool or a pair of scissors to get that out. All right, so this piece is seriously small. You definitely don't want to lose it. If you do, that's okay. It will look just fine without it. All right, so I've got my pieces done. Let's go ahead and assemble. Again, this is pretty simple. You're going to see that this little tip here and this outside tip are going to align. So let's add those together. All right, so that's what that looks like. And then this piece, I'm going to follow this little curve here, and this little kind of a W shape up at the top here is going to go right in place like so. Right, and then this little itty bitty teeny tiny piece, again, you might want to use some tweezers with that. It's just a little tiny detail piece. And it's going to go kind of down here. It doesn't really have a specific place, but just in that general area will work perfect. So there is your small, your medium, and your large bloom. Let's take a look at the leaves. All right, so the leaves are pretty straightforward. The larger pieces, like these two, are the background parts of the leaves. So I keep those like so, and that's what they look like, just two little leaf pieces. This one has a stem, a really thin stem, I should say, attached to it. And then these pieces are the detail pieces. So the one with the kind of arrow notch in it, and this little arrow notch here, goes with the leaf. So I keep those together. And then this one goes on the bottom of the stem here. like so. So I keep those together as well. These last two pieces are additional stems if you should need them when you're creating your project. So these can be any color and they're just standalone. They don't actually work together or go with any other parts of the dies. Okay, so let's put these guys together and you can see what they look like. So I used the Hunter Green and Just Green for my colors here. So the darker color is the Hunter Green. And this little piece didn't come out. There we go. So this goes on the leaf with the stem. And it's going to go right down at the bottom, matching up right at the very bottom. And then it's going to come up the right side a little bit, just like that. And then it's also going to come up a little bit on the stem side. So that's what the stem looks like. And then on the leaf, this piece here, this little bottom arrow goes right into the bottom of the leaf here, and then it's going to come across to make that kind of underside shadow look. Right. I did notice that on the layering sheet that this comes with, it makes it look like this is two pieces, but it's actually one whole piece. So if it looks like on your sheet that you should have two pieces from this one, that is incorrect. It should be two. Or it should just be one. All right, so that goes right down in the center there. The little arrow matches up here. And then it comes across the bottom of the leaf to give it that underside dimension. And there you go, now you have another leaf. So when you assemble these together, you can put your flower so that it's on that beautiful dainty stem, or if you want, you can create some of these extra stems, you know, and do something like that and pop one behind, one like so, and then this one would actually, this leaf could come off of one of these stems as well. So it makes it very versatile that you can use different stem combinations along with different leaf combinations to get a different floral look every time. I hope you enjoyed learning more about the Craft a Flower tulip set and that it encourages you to start having fun with all of your 3D floral dies. If you were inspired by today's video, don't forget to share out your content on social media and tag me at Pixel Mavens Retreat. I'd love to see what you create so I can share it with my community. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and until next time, happy crafting.